Welcome back to State of Decay 2 and the Lion's Share. So I wasn't planning on making 2 episodes today, but we've got this bounty to go and kill ferals, and this community happens to have a repeating crossbow. To kill ferals specifically with a crossbow. That's why the crossbow is important. So I kind of felt like, you know what? I should go out and find some ferals to kill. Now, originally, when I first started... Okay, it feels like I did something terrible just there. When we first started... Wait, I need to get a really nice pose right here. Yes. There we go. We use all the parts of the zombie. Anyway. When I started the previous episode, we actually had an entire feral pack right here next to the base. But unfortunately, I've got a Haven device. And so it looks like the Haven device has already taken care of those ferals. So I'm going to have to go hunting for more ferals. I've got no idea what the chances are of me actually finding a feral. Whenever I want a feral doesn't show up. Ferals only show up when I don't want a feral. I guess I could go and start, like, damaging a plague heart if I'm desperate, and a feral will definitely show up. So that might be a last resort. Let's, so I'm assuming... Yeah, there were no ferals around the base. And I don't think I left any ferals lying around the... Oh, wait. Okay, you know what? We've got some infestations down here. Let's aim that direction. Just because if I can't find any ferals, at least I'll do some good. And clear... Oh, hello, sir. Hello.
Watch the feral.
Oh, crap. Welcome to my feral hunt, sir. All right. So at the end of the last episode, I actually got a question from Peroxicus, who wanted to suggest it would be really cool if human enclaves actually wandered the map. Not just wandering randomly, but if it felt like they actually had activities going on that are similar to your activities. If they were looting, if they were, getting into fights with each other or things like that, rather than just sort of sitting at home. So that is a thing that we've talked about that we would really like to have done. I'm driving around randomly right now. Oh, and my character's tired. Great. It's very complicated, right? Like an entire system where you've got a bunch of AI characters all roaming the map doing their own thing. And then, they're doing it while you're not there. And then when you show up, they have to be in the middle of the thing it looked like they were doing on the map. Or whatever. Like there's a lot of complexity to making things like that actually work. And so it would be an enormous feature to make that sort of thing happen. But that said, this is something that we like as an idea. We've talked about it before. The idea of having, like, for instance, if every time, you found an enclave on the map, they were going to start looting buildings around them. And the stuff they were going to sell when you traded with them was the stuff they found in the buildings. So, like, the loot doesn't go away, but now you have to pay somebody for it instead of finding it yourself. There's some interesting dynamics there, right? That might actually cause some players to want to drive enclaves off the map all the time to avoid the competition. Things like, so there's, I don't know if I particularly like that adding that motivation to the game, but either way, it's an interesting motivation, and it makes the simulation more interesting. So yeah, it's a great idea. It would be highly complex to try to get that right. All right, well, we're here. Might as well. Okay, so we attracted a bunch of zombies. Oh, gosh. Take that. Okay, let's reload our... Ha-ha! You thought you were going to sneak up on me, but you did not. Pick up all of our stuff. Oh, I love that the pick up button is also the insta-kill zombie button. Ah, swordplay is seriously the best fighting skill. It is really, really hard to do better than this. Oh, whoops. Okay, so which zombies actually count as being part of this infestation? I want to kill those zombies in particular. Okay, that was one of them. I'm betting the other one is this one. There we go. All right. Let's. Oh man, I am getting very, very tired. Okay, we want to take that place out. I don't have any outposts down here. Can I afford an outpost? I've got plenty of outpost slots. Oh, but there's plague hearts down here, so I can't claim anything as an outpost. Dang it. I was just thinking I should grab some coffee or something. Oh, wait a minute. Did I say grab some coffee? Maybe there's some coffee over here. So, that mission text on the right side of the screen that says talk to your visitor, Vanessa. The way my brain reads that, it's not talk to your visitor, Vanessa. It's talk to your visitor, Vanessa. Like, I'm Vanessa, and it's telling me that I need to talk to my visitor because I'm being rude. Not finding a lot of coffee.
Maybe they'll find someone even louder to eat.
All right. Well, that was disappointing. I wonder if we can have like a coffee quota, kind of like our resource quotas, to guarantee that coffee always appears in these places. So Coalition says that he prefers close combat. So why do you prefer close combat? Is it because the weapon that you carry is much lighter, so you can, you know, like get in under the wire for being a fast person? Is it just because it looks oh, hello. Is it just because it looks incredibly badass to kill zombies with smaller weapon? Oh, dang it. I better not lose a character over this. Dang it! I thought I dodged that dude. Stop it. Dang, he keeps successfully... I keep thinking I'm dodging him! Okay. Dang it. Finally! Oh! Alright, alright. I am so freaking tired right now. Oh, I'm all out of snacks. Oh, that was such a waste of ammo. At least I can get some of the ammo back. You all were convinced I was going to die, weren't you? I could not land a blow on that freaking feral. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to kill this other infestation. This guy's going home. Oh, wait. No, he's not going home. He's going to the bounty broker. That's where he's going. Going to the bounty broker. Wait. No, no, no. I don't want to go to the bounty broker. Because if I go to the bounty broker, the lion's share is going to get all these things. I think the lion's share probably already has all these things. I shouldn't go to the bounty broker. I should go back home. And then I should let the commune... Oh, no! Oh, that was about to get bad. Okay. I'm so sick right now. One bloater hit like that would have been murder. Okay. Anyway. Like my heart's still beating faster. Yeah, I should save it for the commune. So we're gonna head out this way. We're just gonna go home. I'm not gonna go see Cash. Not right now. Though, maybe I should claim an outpost. Have some coffee. Is this thing claimable? Yeah, let's claim it. Claim an outpost. Grab some coffee. There we go. Use. And then I can drop some stuff off. This and this and this and this. Grab some heals. Grab some snacks. I wanted snacks, right? Grab some snacks. All right. Let's actually go. And I just can't leave that infestation there. I can't. It feels like failure. It tastes like failure. You can't have failure taste in your mouth. Oh, whoops. I already taste failure. I already taste failure the moment I turned around. Okay, so Coalition says there's actually several reasons why he prefers close combat. He does like the fact that it's lighter. He likes the fact that, that it never breaks. That's true. That's a big deal. That the executions of zombies are really, really fast. They're faster with close combat than anything else. That's true. And there's a special kick-in-the-butt maneuver that you can get with it that he is aware of and that he has never successfully gotten me to replicate. But I believe him that this magical butt kick maneuver that he loves so much is real. Okay, so we've got an infestation right near a plague heart, which is potentially problematic. Okay, we got a lot of them. Oh, we didn't get this guy. Okay, now we got that guy. Okay, we're doing all right so far. Collecting a lot of bolts, too. Where are these other three? Ah, hello. Just one left. Is it this guy? Oh, whoop. Oh, no, there's a guy behind me. Take that. Nope. Oh, whoa, we've got extras. We got extras now. The infestation is increasing. Oh, gosh. All right. One more. All right. We got it. And I got to go check something. Thanks. Milo was just knocking on my door. He needed some help with the computer. Folks in the chat are asking if he'd started a fire or something. Now, fires are not his thing. I mean, he does love fire, like any young boy should. But he actually tends to flood the house. That's the thing that he does. We actually had a tradition for multiple years where my wife and I would leave the kids at home for an anniversary date, and Milo would flood the house while we were gone. It's just sort of what he does. So, oh no, chemicals are here. I'm just gonna delete that and grab this and, hello friend. Oh, do you want this too? Oh, would you like some? Here you go. Haha, oh, you brought a bunch of friends. Here, would you like this? There you go. Anyway, okay, we've accomplished what we were here to accomplish. That's great. Now we're ready to go home. Actually, I guess we've got that mission over there, so I'll just use the mission to navigate. I don't need the yellow marker. It looks like I might run out of gas on the way home. That'll be a fun time. Let's see under what circumstances I run out of gas on the way home. And let's see if I hit a bloater again, too, because I am, or almost hit a bloater, I guess, is what I did before. Because I am riding the top of my plague meter there. Awesome Twitch dude, we are not adding barricading windows to State of Decay 2. I'm just... If we're going to put that much work into something, we're going to do something more important. I'm sorry. So Karasulks, by the way, points out that their friends have been playing State of Decay 2, but they're the only ones. Kara is the only one who wants to play on lethal. And so whenever they play with their friends, they're getting bored because the game is too easy. I feel so bad for you. For me, I'm plenty challenged by Nightmare, though I don't know if Nightmare would be challenging enough if I had like 3 friends with me. But I'm definitely plenty challenged by Nightmare, so I don't have your exact experience, but I can understand, you know, it being tough to sort of find the level. that you know you and your friends want to play at. I've actually had the opposite experience where one time I had a boss who really liked to play Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and I would network with that boss. It wasn't at Undead Labs; it was before. I would network with that boss by playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer with him. But the problem was that he what he liked to do was play at the highest possible difficulty level and then cheese, and then hide somewhere and just find the right spot to just annihilate enemies as they came through a choke point or something like that. And basically he was just farming. He wasn't really playing the multiplayer, he was farming the multiplayer. But since the multiplayer, there isn't any all of the rewards for multiplayer are just more benefits for playing in multiplayer. To me, it felt counterproductive. I was like, I want to enjoy the multiplayer. And for me, farming it for resources by cheesing and just hiding in a hole somewhere was just not fun. I wasn't having a good time. And so I eventually quit doing that. So in that case, I was the one who wanted to play at a lower difficulty. And I was struggling because, the only friends that I had who played the game really, really wanted to play it on a higher difficulty. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna stand safely by the Haven device where I belong. Hello. I love posing by the Haven device. Oh, I look so heroic. I like that sort of the neutral expressions on our character's face just make them look stoic. There's something to that. I don't know. That makes me happy. Okay, let's see what I've missed in the chat. Probably a ton. Oh, the Coalition suggests adding a small grenade launcher as a secondary weapon. That's actually, I made that same suggestion internally, actually. So we have not had sort of the correct time and staff in place to add a lot of new weapons to State of Decay 2 in recent times. But that is one of the ones, basically, I think if I were in charge, and I'm not, one of the things that I would, and if we got the opportunity to add weapons, which is not currently the situation the team is in, the thing that I would recommend is looking at the types of weapons and what currently is available in the primary and secondary categories, and trying to fill in those gaps. Is there stuff you could do with a secondary weapon that currently you can only do with a primary weapon? Because I really like that sort of Far Cry 3 mix and match, Far Cry 2 mix and match approach, where you've got different categories of weapons and different things that weapons can do in slightly different ways with different trade-offs, and then you sort of decide where you want to spend your resources. And would you rather, if you want a quiet weapon and an explosive weapon, you want to get the big grenade launcher in your primary slot and a silenced pistol in your secondary slot? Or do you want to have a crossbow in your primary slot and a China Lake grenade launcher in your secondary slot, for instance? That would be really cool, a really cool kind of decision-making thing to do. So I love that idea. I don't think the team is in a position right now to execute on that idea. And also, they've got their own priorities and they can set them, and I'm not their boss. So, not making you any promises, but I do really like that idea. That is something we discussed. So, Coalition is suggesting that if he was in charge, he'd want all of the bounty packs to have 12 items. I mean, that is a place that the game could expand if we wanted it to. That's definitely a place. Carl Silk suggests that we should have bayonets on a weapon so you can combine shooting with a sword. So, if you think about it, though, there's some serious UX complexity there, because you have to figure out, okay, well, when should the player use their actual sword, and when should they use their gun? We actually talked about the possibility when we were making Lifeline of putting a bayonet on a weapon and then having there be sort of a new weapon type, which is if I am carrying a rifle with a bayonet and I do not have a melee weapon equipped, then I use the rifle bayonet as a weapon, and then there's a whole new set of combat animations that I would use. But that's expensive, and that, both in terms of time to implement new animations and also because it makes the player character become a larger thing in the memory footprint or whatever. So it's it's the character takes up more space in memory, the more stuff like that you add. So there's reasons to hesitate on stuff like that. But yeah, in theory, that sounds pretty cool, but you would have to really think about how it works, because you couldn't just it would be more difficult to sort of say, okay, well, the player's got a sword and a bayonet. When should they use the sword? When should they use the bayonet? And if one thing you could do is have it replace the assault kick, and have it be a melee attack that you use while you're aiming, but that has limited utility. I mean, very few people ever use the assault kick for a reason. I think bayonets, if they worked that way, would probably fall into the same category. So I guess, yeah. So I guess if you run completely out of ammo, you could use it. But then like melee weapons are so freely available and easier to use than a bayonet would be. It's hard to think. Like it would be really easy to think, oh, this is a neat thing to add, but then players have so many better ways to solve the same problem that I think very few players would actually do it, unless we made it so that basically it was a way to effectively to be just as effective in combat as if you had a blade, like a sword or something, but you don't need to bring a sword because you'll use it on all the places you would use a sword. Then the fact that it's lighter would probably help. But yeah, it's interesting. So Peroxicus apparently asked a question. Oh yeah. So Peroxicus is asking where to find certain, I think, close combat weapons, or whatever. But yeah, so and looks like so the Cabano. I actually forgot. Is that looks familiar? But could that be misspelled or something? Cabano, is that a real thing? It might be. I'm not sure. It looks slightly unfamiliar to me. Anyway, he's asking about a weapon, and Coalition is saying that you find it in play cards. So I'm just going to let Coalition answer that question, and actually I could have just ignored it, because it's just going on in chat, and nobody needs my opinion if I don't know anything. And I don't know anything, so I'm just going to stop talking. Okay, so I think we're probably good. Zedric says that we should have a laser blaster in the secondary slot. I mean, if we were going Fallout, if this was a Fallout-style game, sure. I think that our IP is a little bit more reserved than having laser blasters in the game. So yeah, so Carasulks, yeah, totally. Like we would probably have some kind of split in behavior if you had a bayonet, some kind of split in behavior between when you're aiming the gun and when you're not aiming the gun. And the question is just how it competes with your close combat weapon, how it competes with your melee weapon, and you know, it's just. Oh, and if you're playing on PC, I've been thinking about the fact that with a controller, you've got a different button for shooting a gun versus hitting in melee, but on a mouse and keyboard, melee and shooting are the same button, which, is that complicated? That might be complicated, because if we decided that we wanted it to be like, oh, if you're aiming and you hit the X button, that's reload. So, but you see, like, it's complicated, right? You gotta have a diagram in front of you to figure some of this stuff out. Oh, the Kanabo. Okay, yeah, so when I saw Cabano, I was like, what is the Cabano? Kanabo is what you're talking about. That's the huge spiked, like, is it like Chinese club or something like that? It's, or maybe actually the word sounds Japanese to me, doesn't it? I don't know where it's from. But, that one right there. So I think the Coalition says that maybe you can find it in play cards. I'm not sure where to find it, honestly. It's one of those, like, the problem is, you know, we've added so many weapons to this game. You know, except for, like, basically the reason why the Bounty Broker exists at all. I mean, I think bounties are fun. Challenges are fun in games. I like those kinds of things. But the reason it really exists is because we had a weapons team that wanted to make more weapons, but we knew if they made more weapons, they'd just disappear into the loot tables and no one would ever find them. And so it'd be like, oh, yay, we added 5 more guns to the game. Good luck ever seeing them. And so we wanted to add some way that when we added new content to the game, you could go out, target that content, and get it for yourself. And so that's why the Bounty Broker exists, is because you can't find the Kanabo. We created the Bounty Broker so that would happen less often. Obviously, there's still a lot of things that are not in the Bounty Broker that it's still hard to find. But we tried to at least give you access to some of the neater, weirder things in the game without needing to do anything weird. Did you hear that too? I heard like a howling noise coming from the next room. Huh. We should probably wrap this up. I'm not sure what's going on in my house. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'll put a button there. The next time I play with the Lion's Share, it'll be here, and there'll be some other weirdness over here. So you can click on those, and I'm going to make sure that nothing's on fire.